Looking for that last vibration of the bell. Letting it fade. There's an art and a science in Buddhism to observe and allow things to fade. Culturally, we revere we revere beginnings and births, start of a new year. We abide in joy and celebration at beginnings, and we culturally are trained to experience sadness or heaviness at endings. Is that what our Buddhist wisdom teaches us? It's a shift, it's a cultural shift in attitude and perception. To balance them out. The early formula for the first shift in awakening is all sankharas, or all things that can be described as a thing, anything that can be thingified, arises and passes away. All things that arise, fade, or pass away. It's wisdom of impermanence, but it's, when realized, it's not recognizable as a theory. It's about the spacious balance of the mind, that shift inside when that truth is seen and penetrated. There's a wish for things to last forever that's hiding that truth. It's a kind of nervous energy. I don't know if you've ever felt that. Not wanting to confront is a sadness in that truth, not wanting to open up to it and transform it into joy. It transforms itself from heaviness to joy. Really, the truth just reveals itself when we're playing the wind instrument that is our breath, observing the arising and passing of each breath and what remains in between. The loosening of identification. The developing steadiness of the mind that can hold the arising and passing away of the breath without anxieties, anticipation, without inserting anything. The word breath here, or air, is the same as the word is fading away. They're related. Wayo or waya. Going, going, going. Or as they say in Zen Buddhism, gone, gone, gone. See if you can adopt a perception of what's arising as fading. It's like you're sitting in the back of, we had a station wagon when I was a kid, and I would just watch the countryside go by, appearing big all of a sudden and then fading into smallness. No matter what you're experiencing today, whatever emotions, thoughts, patience, clarity, lack of clarity, sleepiness, restlessness, just watch it fade, watch it loom into the field of knowing, the field of perception, and attend to the space around it. Just watch it fade. Just really relax. And let yourself be carried in the moment. Let what is arising be observed along its path of arising and fading away. Even rising of a new breath, which can bring a very subtle energy of relief to it at the beginning. That as soon as you notice that initial breath, that initial relief, it's fading already. I know it's a sobering meditation to watch things fade, and I encourage you to spend a few more moments with this sobriety. can notice the joyful uniqueness. There's no story of a clock ticking. There's no clock ticking. There's just sound vibration. As soon as it's noticed, it's fading. It's actually a new sound vibration that's arising. And as soon as it's noticed, it's fading. They're not two sides of a coin. It's the way we talk to ourselves about reality that wires our brain to celebrate beginnings and feel sad about endings. When we see the incredible explosion of unique contacts at the sense doors, without stories, narratives, just raw sense data. We see into the depths of arising and passing away at this moment. Question the story about breathing, about sitting, about everything we do. We settle into a depth that's fresher. An ever renewable resource. Conceptually, we can think we have a limited amount of breaths in this world, and we do. We have a limited number of breaths left in us. But there's something beyond in the breath that tells a different story about life and death. Life can be measured in teaspoons of oxygen doled in from the first breath to the last, and doled out. Look at the breath so closely. Let it teach you about the breath. It's not just a story of in and out breathing. It's not a life. Something beyond in and out breathing. We have a lot of words for this layer of awareness of breath. Prana, or life force, expressing itself. There's no individual ownership of the breath. It's just like the breeze, going, going, going. Where does it come from? Where does it go? We just know that it's going. Word for right energy, Samma Vayamo, refers to this going movement. It's beyond individual effort. Individual effort is exhaustible. So let yourself relax and be fed by this breath energy. Feel its nourishment. Keep watching the breath in this way until every cell feels nourished. It's almost relaxed into energy, the energy of relaxation. I sensed expectant energy in a lot of you when I walked in the room. I'm just walking you through a way to transform that into raw energy, healing energy. We can just get out of the way. Let it engulf every cell. One kind of joy leads to another kind of joy. It's just a wise way of looking at the breath. That's the alchemy. Adopt the view that any interruption in seeing the raw data flows of this life force of the breath, the rawness of breathing without interpretation. Any object that appears within that awareness, just adopt the view that it's fading, kind of loving acceptance of the truth of fading. And then return to the uncentered, unedged awareness of what is. is a practice called mindfulness of death. It's said to be protective. It is protective. So we find ourselves identifying with things that fade. When it fades, we don't see that we reactivate a new perception of it and we ignore its death. We just see the beginning as a continuity of the same. We reactivate an image of this body. We call it the same body, but it fades and reactivates over and over. And the mind's trained to see it as one continuous chain of this body perceptions. That's why our body image and our actual body can often be in disconformity. So we're creating this experience of this body. So this meditation is protective. What if these 3 breaths right here were your last 3 breaths? What if you could see that not as sadness, but as an opportunity to release this false perception of sameness? To really experience the freshness in each second of the breath, so that you could both see the fading in smaller and smaller increments and the arising at the same time. So you could see it in 2 breaths, or 1, or half breath, or this micro breath. What if this were the last micro breath? In a sense it is. Reality itself is already showing us that we are complex organisms. That each microsecond is unique. It is fading. A new image or sensation is reasserting itself. We've layered on an umbrella of sameness, while underneath everything's shifting and changing. It's aliveness that death meditation points to. It's a hopefulness that goes beyond despair and hope at the same time. So play with that. What if this were my last breath? Fully live it and experience that aliveness without shame or fear or anger, or the story of beginning and ending. Allow yourself to sink and open to a depth and a fullness that you only suspected. all problems fade away too. And if you're patient and you can watch them fade, they fade away into a problem-free zone. And they take you beyond perception, beyond objects, into the awareness of what is. What happens after a perception fades? Where applies when the perception is present? Where does not apply when the perception is released? What about the perception of time? That's enough for space. Time begins ticking when a perception arises. Can be measured for as long as that perception is there. But time doesn't apply in the in-between. Can you catch a glimpse of timelessness? Which one feels more homey and welcoming? Beginnings and endings, or the eternity of now? In Buddhism, we recognize our treasures without arrogance. It's an aid for a happy, healthy life. Our treasure here is that we're together, supporting each other. Recognize the goodness of mutuality, our relationship as friends. The open, caring honesty of friendship. We recognize that transformative power. We honor it. It's a true refuge to be in community with each other. Metta, or loving kindness, is a protection as well. We can wish each other well. It's not arrogance to honor that we've gathered some fruits of wisdom today, some fruits of calm. We just honoring what is. We can have an infinity of wisdom, actually. It's immeasurable that we've gathered here together. We can spread it around this globe, all the parts in the globe that need healing. To the cosmos, to beyond. Let the breath be the medium that, without center, without edge, just still expands and contracts, shares all this goodness with all beings. So we can say without any hesitation whatsoever, may all suffering beings be suffering free. May the fear-struck fearless be. May the grieving shed all grief. May all beings find relief.